If your AI bill feels random, do not start by changing models. Open one expensive request and ask a simpler question. What work did we make the system do? And did the user actually need it? This is the whole video. Take one request, make the hidden work visible, then remove the waste. You can copy the same audit into your own app after this. By the end, you should have 5 artifacts: a trace schema, a cache key, a routing table, a tool budget, and replay fixtures. Not theory, files you can put in a repo. First, log the fields that matter: request_ID, workflow, model, prompt tokens, completion tokens, tool calls, cache hit, latency, and cost. If that row does not exist, every cost discussion turns into guessing. The first waste bug is boring. The client resends the full chat and the same PDF every turn. Replace that with compact state, stable chunk IDs, and only the fields the next answer needs. Before an agent touches tools, give it a budget, max steps, allowed tools, output size, and write tools off by default. When it hits the limit, stop cleanly and ask for scope. Deep reasoning is useful, but it is expensive. Make it opt-in by route, and record the reason every time a request uses it, so easy traffic does not pay the tax. There are 4 levers I would ship in order: measure the request, shrink the context, cache repeat work, then route by task. Do those first before debating model prestige. Open the system prompt like a pull request. Delete repeated rules, move long policy text into retrieval, and keep only what this route actually needs for the current task. Long policies do not belong in every prompt. Retrieve the 2 clauses that apply, cite their IDs, and leave the rest in the knowledge base until the route needs them. If the product needs data, ask for data. Use a JSON schema, validate it on the server, and retry only the field that failed instead of regenerating the whole answer. Your cache key should be explainable: model, schema version, task hash, retrieval version, and temperature. Do not throw the whole transcript into the key just because it is available. Caching is not just speed. Version the schema, version retrieval, set expiry, and log why a hit was allowed. That little audit trail is what keeps stale answers out. For repeated support questions, semantic cache can be the cheapest model. But put it behind a policy gate, not a blind similarity score, especially when answers cite sources. Backfills and classifications should not hit the API one row at a time. Put a queue in the middle, batch similar work, cap concurrency, and track cost per batch. Streaming helps when a human is waiting. For internal jobs, non-streaming is often cleaner. Simpler retries, cleaner logs, easier accounting, and fewer weird partial failures. Now add a router. Extract, classify, format, and rewrite go small or standard first. Promote only when validation fails, confidence is low, or the task really needs planning. Promotion needs a gate. Low confidence, schema failure, missing source, or high-risk action can move the request up. Prestige is not a gate, and neither is panic. Write the router as a table: workflow, model tier, max tokens, max tools, latency SLO, fallback, and owner. Builders should edit policy, not scatter if statements through the app. For the deep route, require a reason code. Planning, high-risk actions, and unresolved validation failures qualify. Simple formatting, extraction, and summaries should stay out of that lane. Tool output can be a silent token bomb. Summarize long tool results, cap characters, and pass only the fields the model needs next instead of dumping raw JSON. Retries need rules. Retry schema failures narrowly, back off provider errors, and never let an agent loop just because the last answer was messy or incomplete. Before you refactor cost, save replay fixtures, anonymized input, expected output, expected tool trace, prompt hash, and acceptance checks. That is your safety net. You do not need a giant eval suite on day one. Start with 20 golden cases that catch cost regressions, missing sources, bad JSON, and obvious quality breaks. The dashboard should answer 3 questions fast: what got expensive, which trace proves it, and who owns the next fix. If it cannot do that, simplify it. Rate limits are not just abuse protection. They protect your margin. Add workspace quotas, concurrency caps, and back off before launch, while normal users still feel nothing. During development, use fixtures. Do not spend money every time hot reload runs. Save real model calls for review flows, integration tests, and the moments that actually need them. Once a week, review cost with product and finance. Look at cost per active account, cache hit rate, top traces, and the next owner, not a vague monthly bill. The expensive anti-pattern is upgrading the model while the request contract is still messy. Bigger models make messy systems more expensive, and they hide the real engineering problem. Put the operating rules in one page. Trace fields, cache key, router table, tool budget, rollback steps, and who approves upgrades. Keep it boring and current. Here is the 30-day plan. Trace the biggest workflow, cut 10% of prompt tokens, add one cache win, and move one route to small first. Ship proof, not promises. The takeaway is simple. Cheaper AI is usually better engineered AI. Measure the work, remove the repeats, and route each task on purpose. That is the builder version of cost control.